Every day, every moment, threads of destiny intertwine in the world's diplomatic capital, Washington, D.C. Love stories begin, dreams are born, and lives set course for the future. The city is a canvas where countless narratives unfold, but what if all of that shatters in an instant? What if the delicate fabric of life is torn apart by a single, violent act? What if a stray bullet becomes an echo of a turbulent world, ending two innocent lives on a quiet sidewalk, a moment of chaos that leaves a permanent scar? This is the story of Yaron Lashinsky and Sarah Mgrim, a story that shook Washington and forced us to confront difficult questions about safety, love, and the fragility of life. Yaron Lashinsky, 30 years old, was a young Israeli diplomat with ambitious eyes and a clear vision for a peaceful future. He was a man driven by hope and determination. He arrived in Washington as an envoy for his nation, but above all, he was an ambassador for peace, believing that dialogue could build bridges even in the most challenging circumstances. His work was his passion, and his passion was peace. Sarah Mgrim, 26 years old, an American from the heart of Kansas, was vibrant and joyful. Her laughter was infectious, and her spirit unbreakable. She worked as an administrative assistant at the Israeli embassy, and her passion for music rivaled her love for her job. She was a beacon of light in the often serious world of diplomacy. They met in the halls of diplomacy, where their ambitions converged. Their shared goals and mutual respect laid the foundation for a deep connection. Their professional relationship blossomed into a quiet love story, sharing dreams of a future together, perhaps in Jerusalem, which Sarah had always dreamed of visiting. They found solace in each other amidst the chaos of their demanding careers. They were planning their engagement, unaware that a dark fate awaited them. Their love was a beacon of hope, but it was about to be tested in the most tragic way. On the evening of that day, Yaron and Sarah attended a cultural event at the Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. It was a night filled with art, history, and shared moments. They left the museum, perhaps discussing their future plans, their hearts full of hope and love. Suddenly from the darkness, Elias Rodriguez appeared, a man whose mind was clouded by hatred and extremist ideologies. Caught in a spiral of extremist ideologies, he didn't see Yaron and Sarah as people, but as symbols of everything he believed was wrong with the world. Rodriguez fired, his actions driven by blind rage. No warning, just the sound of bullets piercing the night, severing the threads of two innocent lives in a single moment. The silence that followed was deafening. The news spread like wildfire. The city was in shock, and the world watched in horror. It wasn't just an ordinary murder, it carried profound political, diplomatic, and psychological dimensions. The implications were far-reaching and deeply unsettling. The case forced everyone to pause and reflect. It was a moment of collective introspection, a time to question our values and our actions. It raised serious concerns about national security and ignited a fierce debate about how extremist discourse can lead to violence. The conversation was urgent and necessary. The tragically ended love story of Yaron and Sarah added a deep human dimension, making people empathize with the victims on a personal level. Their story was a stark reminder of the human cost of violence. The story of Yaron and Sarah will remain a painful reminder that every name in a news report has a story and a life. Behind every headline there are dreams, hopes, and loved ones left behind. Peace begins with mutual understanding, not with blind violence. It is built on the foundations of empathy and respect. Do not let hatred win. Let the story of Yaron and Sarah inspire us to strive for a world where love and understanding prevail over hatred and violence.